Hello YouTube, my name is Victor Elera and welcome to my channel, Elera Talks. Yeah, basically on this channel I share tips on international transactions and solutions, as you might have seen already. Thank you for stopping by my channel, and if you have not subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button below. Thank you. So we'll be looking at 10 plus methods, of course 10 plus, right? Okay, 7 plus methods to receive money from foreign clients. And the first one we're looking at is Paystack payment link. I mean, if you're a Nigerian and African, I guess you must have heard about Paystack one time or the other. So Paystack is one of the top fintech giants in Africa, and it's very easy setting up a Paystack account, right? So once you've set up your Paystack account and decide you don't need to have a registered business, you can sign up as an individual and you create your account, you verify your account, and then you'll be able to send a payment link. Now with this payment link, the clients can you can customize it the way you want. You can say, okay, I want it to be in naira or in dollar. Unfortunately, anyways, when I go down the list, I would mention another alternative to this. So, Flutterwave, sorry, Paystack can only work in Naira and USD. Although it does not matter the country the client is, they would still be able to pay you. I'm talking about the money that can be reflected on your dashboard. So now with this link, you can send the link to your clients and you just have to pay with your card or with the transfer or with Apple Pay. It's really easy. So that's number one, Paystack payment link. Number two is Flutterwave payment link. Now Flutterwave is also a fintech giant in Nigeria, and it's very easy to work with. Although I would prefer Paystack because right now, on the 4th of October, Paystack started releasing international payments in 2 working days. So previously, it would take you up to 7 or 5 working days to receive your funds from international transactions. But right now on Paystack, it's 2 working days, and on Flutterwave, it's 5 days. Yes. So on the Flutterwave website, you would see 5 working days, but from my experience, it's 5 days. I don't know if they have changed now, but it's 5 days, and the funds will be available for withdrawal. So on Flutterwave, you just have to set up your account. Now I would have to mention this also. It's easier to set up an account on Paystack than on Flutterwave. Although Flutterwave has more options for you, depends on what you want. Now with Flutterwave, you have to, of course, register, then verify your account, and set your payment gate live. And now once it's live, you can be able to create a payment link and send to your client. It's still the same process. They can pay with your card, they can pay with Apple Pay, whatever payment method is available and convenient for them. It's really easy. I will show you a sample of the link. Thirdly, number three, we'll be looking at remittance websites. Of course, you already know a lot of these: Western Union, Ria, Sendwave, MoneyGram, SendValue. These are all remittance websites, and unfortunately, some of them are not available in some countries. For instance, if you want to receive money from a client in, let's say, El Salvador, they might not have the option to use Remitly. They might not have the option. No, it's not. They don't have the option to use Remitly or World Remit. So there should be other alternatives. I think they can use, RIA. Basically, going to the office, right? I think send value also works for them. So before using any of these, I will tell you the ones I've used, right? I've used Remitly, I've used Word Remit. They work really good, really fast. So on Remitly, you have the option to send expressly or with economy. So if it's express, I'm going to get the money in minutes. If it's economy, it will take up to 5 days or working days, as the case may be, 3 to 5 working days. So you have to choose. You have to tell your client. I mean, if you need money, you have to tell your client to use the express option. That for that, and like I wanted to mention earlier before I diverted. So you have to, if you're going to use anyone, you have to check the reviews. Like, of course, everybody knows Western Union. I'm talking about some others like sorry, I'm trying to remember. There was one I wanted to use some time ago, and I discovered they were not really reliable. So I stopped. So like I said, I've told you the ones I used. Now you can go on with that. If your clients are in places like USA, United Kingdom, they actually have the option to send with World Remit and Remitly. Now let's go to the fourth option, number four. So this is only available to freelancers on the Upwork platform. Now, if you already have an account on Upwork, well, this is for you. We all know that Upwork charges a 10% fee on every job, on every transaction that passes through it as a job. But there's an option called direct contract. And it's also easy because they only charge about, I think, 3% or so, 3%, 3.5, you know. And now creating this direct contract, you just have to fill in the details, right? The job, you can even make things up. I didn't say this. The job, the client email, and Upwork is going to email your client, and your client have to pay. I mean, you don't have to bother about any transaction, payment gateway whatsoever. Once the client have paid, it's going to reflect in your direct contract, and from there, you can request for an approval, and once it's done, immediately it's going to be available in your balance. You know, normally if it's a transaction that you know that's native on Upwork, it will take up to 5 days to reflect in your balance. But for direct contract, it's immediately once it has been approved, direct to the balance, and you can withdraw to your Pioneer or your bank account, however the case may be, whatever works best for you. So this is also an option, Upwork direct contract. I forgot to mention. So when you're asking the client for their email, make sure it's not an email that they already have an Upwork account with, because they will not be able to work with that. Okay, number 5 is Swift transfer. Some are already familiar with this, why some are not familiar with this. I would say this is really delicate. I mean, you need to know how to do it before you, and there are a lot of confirmation. So you have to confirm from your bank and make sure all the details are correct, because if the details are not correct and the client make the transfer with those details, you are going to lose money and your client is going to also lose money. About 3 years ago, I was trying out this method, the Swift transfer, and one or two details were incorrect. So when the client made the transaction, her bank, when the money was reversed to her because they couldn't find a beneficiary with that detail, when the money was refunded to her, they deducted her 25 euros. 25 euros for reversal. So I mean, it's not really a lot, but then it's a lot for just wrong details. So when you're going to use this, I mean, this is also easy. I I worked with an edtech platform, and I just sent because I already had it on my notepad for my for two of my domiciliary accounts, and it was just easy and it's fast. Directly to your account. Although you might, if you're looking for something fast and easy, you might go with the remittance websites. But I also like this, and this is good for large amounts of money also. So I don't know if you've seen stuff like ABNG, GTBNG. Those are Swift codes, and you don't only need a Swift code when you have to make this Swift international transfer. You need the Swift code, you need the sort code, you need the address, and the address has to be the address you registered with your bank, exactly the way it is. If there's an error in the spelling, include the error in the spelling. Your bank address, your account number. You just have to call your bank. I would make a separate video on this. It's not really complex, but like I said, it's delicate, so I have to take my time on it. So that's it, Swift transfer. And number 6, Pioneer, Pioneer. This is by far one of my best, or my best payments platform. Right, it's a global solution, by the way. So with Pioneer, there are different ways to do it. You can receive by email. You can receive by accounts Pioneer is going to give you. So once you have a Pioneer account signed up, you've registered and you verified your account, they will give you details of a US bank. So you're going to have a US bank account in your name. You're going to have a UK bank account in your name. One thing you should note is that your clients cannot send you money to those accounts from their personal bank account. Mind you, Pioneer is strictly for business. It's a business solution. So they can only send money to those accounts from their business accounts, their registered business accounts. Because if they send from their personal accounts, it's going to be reversed to them, which you do not want. So it's good to take note of this. Now with Pioneer, another option would be them sending from their Pioneer balance to your Pioneer balance. You just have to give them your Pioneer email address. So that's the email address you used to sign up on Pioneer. You just have to pass it to them, and from the dashboard they can send you the money, be it $100, $200, and so on. The third option with Pioneer is the payment request option. This is really good. You know, it's like the paystack. It's like the paystack. Sorry, it's like the paystack payments link. But this is Pioneer link. But it's only available if you have earned up to $5,000 using Pioneer. I mean, if you have received money from Fiverr, Upwork, whatever, freelancing platform, to your Pioneer card or to your bank accounts, the bank account I mentioned earlier, the US and UK details. So if you receive up to $5,000, then you'll be eligible for the payments request link, and you can use that for your payments. It's really easy, by the way. Number 6, Gray. A lot of people are already familiar with this. Gray also gives you a US bank account, UK bank account, all those other stuff. I have used Gray. I used Gray, I think, last year or last 2 years. Although I stopped, not because it's not a good platform, but I do not have use of it anymore. But now with Gray, you can receive through these options, like I mentioned. You can receive through the foreign bank accounts. You can receive through your email. So if they create an account on Gray and they have signed up and it's funded, they can send it to your Gray tag. So it's like your username on Gray, and they send you the cash there. From there, you can easily withdraw it to your Naira account. You can convert and withdraw, however the case may be. Number seven, number seven is ATM. Now, if you've been on my channel, if you're an old subscriber, you'll notice I have been talking about this platform a lot. It's because I use it a lot also. It's because they have over 400 payment methods and it makes it very easy to facilitate transactions. Although I'm hearing people saying the rates are high and this, that. I mean, if you have other alternatives, you can go with that. Well, this is what I use. I know the rates are high. I know the percentages are high, and maybe that is because they also have to give a percentage to their cashiers. So basically, there are people earning from the platform by fulfilling transactions, and that is why they are almost always, I mean, almost every time you will always find someone to help you with the transaction. So there are people on here because they know they're going to get something from the transaction. So I know the rates are high. I use it. I mean, if you don't have any other option, I think you should resort to ATM because it's also easy. Not only now with ATM you can receive to your email. If the client has an ATM account and they have funds in there, they can send it to your ATM email, and it's a P2P platform. You can send to your ATM email, and from there you can exchange to Naira, and you have the money in your account. Simple. Or if you want to receive with PayPal or Skrill, Cash App, whatever payment option you might have, I have also used it to receive from a Mexican bank account, which of course I do not have. So a friend wanted to send in some cash, and I don't have a Mexican bank account. So I went on ATM and I made a request for that, and I got the details, sent it to her. While the transaction was open, she made the transaction, and the transaction was cleared. I received the funds in my ATM balance. So it's simple. I've also used this platform to send money to Italy. That was 2 years ago. So you can see I have been using it for a long time and it works. It definitely works. The thing is, I only use it how am I gonna, okay, to facilitate transactions, right? So it's like a gateway to me. So I'm like, okay, like for instance, you already know on Pioneer you can't withdraw less than $50, and if for any reason there is less than $50 in my Pioneer account and I need the cash, I can use my Pioneer card and it's already linked to my PayPal, so I can use this ATM platform to withdraw the money. It's really easy. It works for me. And sometimes when I remember there was a day, I saw the video is getting long. There was a day I needed cash and I could not go out. It was weekend. I only had the cash in my bank account. It was in USD, of course. So there was no way to withdraw it because the bank was having network issues also. The only option I have was to use PayPal, and it was really crazy because but I was lucky my bank card was linked to my PayPal. So I hopped on the platform, I made a request for PayPal withdrawal, and I was sent an invoice. I paid with my PayPal from the bank account, and that was how I was saved that day. So this platform to me, it's very useful, it's very important, and I think you might need it also. If maybe you might not have any other alternative and you have to use ATM, and it's good, I would say. So if you want to sign up on ATM and Pioneer, there are links in the description. So for ATM, I mean, I'm not only the one benefiting from this. So if you sign up using my link, you're going to have, I think, $2 or $5 on ATM when you've completed 2 transactions with your verified account. On Pioneer, it's higher. Now on Pioneer, once your account is verified and you've received $1,000, you're going to receive $25 free. So you're receiving $25 and receiving $25 only if you sign up with my link. So the links are in the bio and the description. You can click on them and register. Thank you very much for watching and happy transactions.